Good morning. It is 32 degrees out right now. I am going to check on everything and see how everything did. This is our last freeze for this week. I think we have one more night of possible freeze next week. And it should be a light freeze, not a hard freeze. So we're going to check on everything, see how everything is doing, and we're going to let the ladies out. Chocolate's still limping a little bit from the possum that came, but she was insistent that she wanted to come outside with the rest of the ladies last night. I'm gonna wait for the temperature to come up a little bit more before I start uncovering plants. So not too bad on the pear tree. There's a couple spots where the blanket just kind of weighed it down, and hopefully this will just kind of perk back up and it'll be all right. But the blossoms look like they made it through the cold, as long as they can make it through the toddler. Some of my covers blew off during the night, and the mum looks like it got a little bit frozen, but not completely frozen. I think it's gonna be okay. So right now, today is Tuesday. We're not predicted to get anything freezing or below until the weekend, so I'm going to put all our covers away for right now, and we'll keep an eye on the forecast. Some of my covers on my cabbages and broccolis did blow off, and some of these are looking a little sad. They may perk back up, we'll just have to wait and see. These broccoli and cabbages were started from seed January 22nd, and then they were separated out and put into the greenhouse. I started planting them outside March 6th because there wasn't any freezing in the 10-day forecast, but that changed. The low tonight is only 34, and I wasn't planning on covering these back up, but after looking at the dew point and the weather conditions, I decided to go ahead and cover them back up tonight. But some of them are looking pretty good. Some of them are looking a little rough, but I'm hopeful. Flowers. So the blueberry blossoms made it through. The should get some blueberries from this. I might keep covering this because it's gonna be lows. Hold on, please. Hold on, please. It's gonna be lows in the 30s this week. So I might come back and cover these each night because I really, really want blueberries. And I don't want a frost to kill all my blueberry blossoms. So I'll just have to keep an eye on the weather and see. And then last but not least, these are the cabbages that I am hoping to grow for seed this year because this is the last of my early Jersey Wakefield cabbage seed. So I had these covered under a tarp. They are looking the best out of everything because they're well mulched and they were under a tarp. That one back there, that's actually a broccoli that got mixed in by accident. It's not a cabbage. I think this year I'm just really caught in between a rock and a hard place, with the greenhouse getting way too hot when it's 70 degrees outside, even when it's vented, and then falling back into freezing. My choices are I can leave stuff in the greenhouse and then carry it out every day so it doesn't get too hot, or I can put it in the ground and then try to cover it when it gets too cold. So just kind of gotta weigh your options there. So let's talk about frosts for a minute. Predicting frost is one of those things that can be really tricky to find information on. So I'm just going to tell you what I've gathered. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know more information than I do. And let's just chat about how to predict if there's going to be a frost or not. Our low temperature last night was going to be 34, which is above freezing. And if you Google if it's going to frost at 34, it's going to tell you no. But we've all seen frost even when it doesn't get down to freezing temperatures overnight. I'm going to tell you why I thought it was going to frost last night. I'm going to show you a screenshot of what the weather was showing on my phone. So there are a few extra factors that go into if it's going to frost. Yes, it's 34. However, the sky was clear. There wasn't much wind, if any at all. So when there's nothing windy blowing around, that cold air is going to settle closer to the ground. Our ground was also very moist because we've been getting a lot of rain this spring. So when the temperature falls, that moisture is going to come out of the ground because it was heated up during the day, and then that cold air is going to turn it into frost. From what I understand, if the dew point is above your low temperature at sunset, then it's not likely to frost. If your dew point is below the temperature predicted for the low at sunset, then you are likely to see frost if the conditions are right. So if your dew point is 45 and your low temperature at sunset is 35 and it's cloudy and there's a breeze, you're probably not going to see any frost. It's very unlikely. But if your low temperature is 34 and your dew point is 26 and the sky has not a single cloud in it and there is no breeze at all, you're probably going to get some frost. I want to check my plants one more time before I call it a day. They're looking pretty good, actually. They're looking pretty good. There's a few that look like they got pretty hit. It looks like there was some unauthorized snacking on this broccoli. You can see it looks like a bug just kind of ate it right off the stem and munched it right up. This is one of the ones that the blanket blew off and it got the full brunt of the freeze. But a lot of them are looking pretty good. They look good. So I feel pretty hopeful that we're still going to get some good broccoli and maybe a cabbage head or two. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully. I still have some backups in the greenhouse. But I will definitely note this in my garden journal for next year. I even got some work on the chicken roof done, and tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day. I was hoping to get it done so they would have their whole area dry and I can work on expanding and making it a deluxe chicken suite. Thanks for hanging out with me through the ups and the downs and the crazy weather. It's so much easier to bear with your company. I'll see you next time.